And hello to all my Sagittarius friends. I'd like to welcome you in. My name is Scott Sagent, and today I'll be doing your free psychic tarot reading for December 2022. Now today they've dialed up for my great Sagittariuses, Sagittarii, a Celtic cross spread. It's a great spread for general readings because it looks a little bit in the past, a little bit in the future, but it focuses the most on what is going on right now, this thing we call December. It's also the only spread that I do that offers a card, a position to the environment. So there's something around you in the month of December that is going to be very important, very prevalent to my Sagittarius. So we're going to look into all that stuff, guys. It's a big spread too, but we're going to capture it with the above camera. I'm going to give you a bird's eye view of what's going on with that there. They've also asked that I conclude your reading with something very special. I need to tell you about it right now. It's called a yes or a no spread. You need to start thinking about this right now because you get to ask a yes or a no question, and Spirit is going to do their darndest, their best to answer as many questions as they can at the end of your reading here in the form of context. Very important to ask your questions specifically. The context is key, and they're able to do this because of quantum. The fact that there is no time. Time is an illusion. So the fact that I'm recording this before you ask your question means absolutely nothing to them, but you still have to ask it. You have to put it out there into the universe so that it can get answered here. And hopefully we're going to get that accomplished right here, right now, guys. Also going to conclude your reading with the runestone. That's going to wrap the whole thing together very nicely. We are ready to go, so let's get started, guys. Cards are already shuffled. I do that ahead of time to save us all a bunch of time. I'm going to bring you in right now so you guys can watch. There we go. We are live and recording, guys. These are my ritual cuts. I like to do them live and on camera every single month. Basically, we're cutting each deck into thirds and then putting them back together in a separate order. That satisfies the ritual aspect of tarot. It's the same procedure for personal private reading, so it's just like you're here with me now. There we go. We are ready to go. So here's the Celtic cross. This is you and all that you are. This is what crosses you. This is what's behind you, the recent past. This is what's in front of you, the near future. This is what's above you, probably off the screen. We'll work on that. Something that you're aware of. And this is what's below you, my favorite position, something that you're not. Okay, so there's your main cross, as you can see. And then we have running up the sides here. That's just what I call it because it's running up the sides with 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm going to bend in 10 just for the camera for the sake of you seeing it. I'm still going to move that camera around so you can see everything very much clearer and better. We do have a lot blocked, though. That's the first thing I do notice. Let me count them real quick. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It's right on that borderline. I'm going to leave it just the way it is unless I get some angel cards telling me to reverse it. So major arcana cards are really the only attachments that I do to Celtic Cross. We got 2 in the core here, so I'm only going to do 1 angel card on it. Did I pull that way? No, it was that way. So that would be inverted. Let me check any other majors. Got a major here. That one did not get inverted. One last one here. And that is upright. So that is going to keep us all upright all across the board. So this is the entire thing, guys. We are good to go. The card work is done and completed. Now it's just a matter of showing you on the screen. So let's see where we're at there. Okay. I'm actually going to take this off. It'll be easier to do. So here's your main cross. Right there. Go into this card. There's your cross in a way that you can see everything, I do believe. Then we have running up the sides with 7, 8, 9, and 10. There it is, guys. Let's get to work. Okay, so here we go. Set that there. Make myself some room. Then I can get you guys a good read, see it clearly. All right, we're ready to go. So we start Sagittarius with major decisions being made. A lot of my Sagittarius are making big decisions right here, right now, very early in December, more than likely. Some of you may have already made this major decision. They're actually telling me a lot of you have. And if you have not, hey, Sagittarius, what better time to do that? They're like, hey, what are you waiting for? Let's get this done. We got to blow this horn. We got to get this done. That's what the Judgment card is. It's about making that decision if you have not already. And like I said, a lot of you already have. So that's good if you have. What crosses you is doing things the right way. So some of you have been tempted to not do things the right way here, to cheat, cut corners, put the thumb on the scale. It's the old kind of the butcher term, like cheat the system a little bit here. I don't think you guys are. They would have put this card inverted for me if that was the case. They would have said, hey, there's something not being done right here. So you guys are doing things the right way here. But they want to make sure that is a driver and that is continuous and, going to keep pushing forward here because that is something that's important. If you try to do this decision, this major decision they're referring to, the wrong way, or, it is a deceitful thing or something like that, it's not going to work out for you, and it's not worth it either. It's also a card about taking care of your people. Some of you are doing that right here, right now, in the present. And they also say go the distance. So this is something that a lot of you have started, but it's going to be important. Not just that you started it, but that you finish it, that you get to that finish line. So whether it's, a diet that you just decided to start, no, God bless you if it's that, it's a wrong time of the year for that in my opinion. But whatever it is for you, that's just one silly example, of course, guys. But this is something that you're going to have to see through till the end. It's not something that, hey, I'm just going to do this for 3 weeks here. I'm just going to diet before Christmas. And then, then we'll see where we're at. They're saying no. I mean, of course you can do that, but you're not going to get the results you're looking for. You're not going to get that end goal you're looking for either. So go the distance. Remember, this decision is a marathon, not a sprint. As we move into the before position here, getting this off my elbow. The before position is the past, recent past. They bring in growth. It's slow growth too, but remember, growth is growth. You don't dig up a plant to see if the roots are growing, just to check in on it. You trust that they are. As long as the plant looks good, you trust the fact that, things are going to work out. That's what they show moving from your past into this month. So a lot of you have been doing some growth stuff, whether it's personal development or whether it's financial growth or what kind of growth they're referring to. It's going to be a wide range. In a general reading here, we got to give you the context. Context is key, and we got to give you kind of the base definition here of what's going on so you can apply it to what they're trying to tell you. Because, of course, they're not trying to, shock you here or surprise you or be mysterious. They're trying to be very clear with this. So whatever the first thing is that occurs to you is usually correct. Now, as we move into the future position here, this is your near future, so not very far off, December moving into January here. They do show that a lot of you are getting over some stick fights here, some little disagreements, some little bickerings, or anything that spirit would consider, a little stupid human drama. This is no big deal. I don't know why they worry about such things. From the angel's perspective, for example, why are they worried about rush hour traffic? Why are they worried about fighting with, the coworker about who's gonna get the best, office space, or the silly things that we fight over? That's what they show coming up in the near future, is getting over these kind of dilemmas, getting over these problems. So this is starting to clear. The energy is starting to dissipate as far as the drama part, or the stupid human drama, and that's starting to clear up. So it's good to see. Let's move into the above position, guys. This is something that you are very aware of, and they're showing you, and they're, letting it be known that a lot of my Sagittariuses are getting excited about something here in December. That's exciting for me to see here too, because that's a great energy card. It's great to, care about something and do something that you're passionate about, even if it's just a hobby. It doesn't matter what it is, but if you care about it, you're going to put your heart into it. You're going to do it so much better than anybody else is. So that's what they're showing is going on, and I'm behind you 100% here, Sagittarius. It is a great thing to see. And if you are not doing that now, well, again, what better time to do it than right now, right here in December, guys? Find something to get interested in, but I think a lot of you already have. Usually this is something new, like a hobby or interest, or, maybe for some of you it's a person. You found a person you're getting interested in, or something here has definitely caught your eye, caught your attention, and it's a good thing. As we move into the bottom position, here we're telling you something you are not aware of. This is one of my favorites because it's kind of the unveiling of, the mystery. And here they're saying that you're not aware of the fact that you need to go after something here. With work. It's actually work for a lot of people because it's wands. Wands is usually the work corner, work, business, enterprise area of study, collegiate courses, retirement if you're of that age, entrepreneurship. For most people, just the job. And here they're saying, you really got to go after this. This could be like, say, a position opened up and you're not sure if you should go for it or not. I'm kind of comfortable where I'm at. I kind of like my department. I know it really well. I'm comfortable. Hey, you know what? Spirit saying you should go for this, okay? They're looking ahead down the path and they're seeing that this works out very good for a lot of my Sagittarius is if you just go after it, you charge after this, okay, guys? So charging energy, no holding back. It is my Seven of Wands, which would normally mean holding back, but since it's inverted, it's basically reverse course here. And that is why I read upright and inverted. My 78 tarot card definitions turn into 156, and I believe that allows me to be much more accurate, and most people would agree with that. So go after it, guys. What better time to do that than December, especially with work type stuff? It may not be work for everybody too. Keep in mind that could be something else that they want you to go after too. Just like we gave you the example for health when we started your reading. Could be something like that. It could be something about go after it with love too. This person's been interested in you and you've just been kind of waiting and holding back. Well, hey, they're saying go after it here. So you would know best what they mean to go after. So all you have to do is kind of figure out what that is. And once you got that, you're good with the advice. Boom, boom, done. Actually, before I get into seven's a big deal. It's my Empress card and my Milk and Honey card. It's a big relevancy. So I want to put some time into it. I'm going to break away real quick to give you guys the moon cycle forecast. We have the biggest moon cycle forecast that I think I've ever covered, or just about. Very, very close to it because we have a super new moon. So I'm going to break in to show you about that right now so you guys know what's coming and you can be ready for it and use it to your advantage. We'll be right back with this Empress. Okay guys, it is time for the moon cycle forecast. I'm cutting in here wearing a special accessory to help you remember how important the moon cycles are going to be in December. We're going to get to that in a second with that new moon, that powerful new moon right before Christmas. But first, let me tell you about the full moon. That happens first. That'll ease its way in December 7th, guys, early in December. That right around that first week is the best time to get anything out of your life that you don't want there anymore. And it doesn't matter what it is because the universe doesn't care what you use it for, just to better yourself is the whole idea of this. It doesn't matter what you're getting out either. This could be people. For some people, you got to get rid of people out of your life, some toxicity, stuff like that. Others of you, you need to purge some job stuff. You maybe need to sell something. Maybe you need to break an old habit. Get rid of emotional baggage, any of this stuff. I call it the garbage truck of the universe, guys. Get it out with that full moon energy. That full moon is going to be peaking, like I said, December 7th. You don't have to do these things on the 7th. Just any time toward the beginning of December is the ideal time to get anything out of your life that doesn't belong there anymore. And adversely, we have the big one, the super new moon, which happens on December 23rd, 2 days before Christmas. And that's relevant because you're going to have a bam, great time for manifestation here. Think about it. December 23rd, 2 days before Christmas, that is when the new moon hits. The day after that is Christmas Eve, and the day after that is Christmas Day. So it's just like a triple boom there. So boom, boom, boom. We got great things, great manifestation possibilities for all of the signs here late in December, guys. Bringing anything new into your life. And like I said, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be new love. Some of you are looking for new love. Some of you are looking for something new with work or business. Some of you are looking to start a new diet or exercise program. And I would advise not to wait until actually January 1 to do these things. This is a better time here actually at the end of December. And starting a new diet right before Christmas, probably not a good idea. Enjoy your hot cocoa, your nice family meal, and the rest of all the great holiday stuff. And then after that, kick off that diet, start that new kick. It doesn't have to be on the 23rd, guys, and that's the relevancy of this whole thing is you have a little bit of a window here. And I put together a moon cycle cheat sheet. It's a little forecast, a little graphic aid tool to help make this make sense to you a little bit more and shows you how these energies move in and out. And that is free, guys. It is parked on my website, scottsagent.com. You go to my videos page. At the bottom of that, you will see the graphic for the moon cycle cheat sheet. Check that out, and that'll show you how you can use these energies to just make your life go a little bit smoother. While you're at the website, make sure that you're signed up for the newsletter. You can see that at the bottom of every single page on the website. It's very important because you get a couple free things every single year just by being signed up for it. My newsletter people love being part of that group. They get hooked up in a big way. I give them promo codes. I only send one newsletter email every single month. It's just for updates and what's going on in promo codes. Like I said, save you guys some money on readings. Speaking of readings, I just launched a new service. It's called Messages from Heaven, and it is highly popular, guys. It has just really shot off in ways that I could have never dreamed. It has been a very successful run. It goes right alongside the My Month too, which is another very successful reading that I do. Audio readings are the way of the future, and people love them because they're personalized just to you. I use only your energy. It is no bubble energy, just like we're reading here for the entire sign. Here, it's all about you. Actually, all of my products, all of my services are personalized just to you. So check that out. And I have a wide variety of services too, from small and simple all the way up to full service, depending on what you're looking for. We got something for everybody there. Speaking of something for everybody, while you're at the website, make sure you check out the store. Also follow the Facebook page too. I think I forgot to say that. But I do giveaways on Facebook too. So the spiritual store gets one product bigger every single month. We just launched it a few months ago. We got the Scott Sagent Sage Soap. I'm going to be flashing pictures up here as I talk about it. The Scott Sagent Sage Soap available in Sanctuary Sage, available in Cactus Sage. Rave reviews on those. That is the most popular product in the store right now. We also have the Sunflower Potpourri and the Sunflower Mister. Great products as well. And last month we just launched the t-shirts. And 2 designs there, and I got 2 more coming out here in December. So get you guys looking good, feeling good in December. These all make great gifts, but you know what? Sometimes you just got to take care and cater to yourself too. You're worth it. So cater to yourself. Give yourself a nice little gift here, or get some stuff here for other people. Gift cards also available on scottsagent.com. So we got the whole thing covered, guys. You guys are going to love any of these products you get. The t-shirts are fulfilled by third party. Everything else there is fulfilled right through the website directly, but everything is linked right to scottsagent.com. You can find everything out that I'm talking about right there. And all these pictures of the shirts that I'm flashing on here, there are more colors and more different styles available than what I'm showing you. This is just a quick little sample, guys, to give you a little taste of what is there. So make sure you check all that stuff out, guys. Let's get back to your reading. Okay, Sagittarius, I am back, and here we go. Number 7 is your advice section. The advice section is saying here that we have the Empress on a block. This is like something new that's not here now. The advice is that they don't want you to be worried about something that's not here now. Something in the future, more than likely. Something that hasn't come to term yet. This is also the card of birth and fertility. So it can be saying no birth now, no fertility now. Maybe some of you, that means different things. For example, business owners, somebody who's waiting to launch a business, it can mean that. The birth would be the launch of the business. Others of you, let's say you're trying to grow the family. This would be saying no birth now. So, you're not going to conceive right here in December. Okay, so that's why the context is huge in general readings. But understand what they're trying to tell you for the advice. Don't be worried about things that aren't here now. It's going to get all worked out. What they want you to worry about is the milk and honey. That's another word for the things that are sweet, the things that you enjoy, the sweet things in life. And for everybody, that's different. For me, it's iced coffee, fine cigars, good company, philosophical conversations. And, for most people, it's not. It's different things for different people. Some people like going to Disneyland, adventure parks, going out into nature, whatever it is for you. It does not matter, guys. They want you to follow that instead. That is the advice, is to go with the sweet and don't worry about things that aren't here right now. Whether it's you're worried about the love thing, like maybe you're single. When am I gonna not be single? When am I gonna meet somebody that's worth a darn? Don't be worried about that right now. It doesn't matter what corner this is in. That's just a silly example, but you get the vibe, guys. Let's move up. Number 8 is your environment, and your environment. This is why they wanted the Celtic cross, guys. They're letting you know, Sagittarius, in December, your environment is going to get a little choppy, a little rough around the edges here. We got the War and Chaos card, so it's basically drama. And that probably is why we got the future card for this is starting to get resolved as December progresses. Is it resolved right now? No. And your environment shows that. So what can you do about that? Well, despite the craziness of your environment, you can always have the cool head. You cannot let it affect you as best as humanly possible. Of course, that's a tough trick to learn and a harder one to really implement, but it can be done. And you can do it too. So you can be the calm in the storm. You can, deal with negativity and drama that's around you with a cool head, set the higher road example of what should be done here and not let them bring you down to this level. But it's also letting you know if you get the opportunity to, try to avoid these environments. Of course, some of you have no choice though. It's at work, it's at home, it's wherever. So that's the environment, guys. So just be cautious of that. It's just what it is. As we move up to hopes and fears, this is obviously a fear. Some of you, it's the example I gave you, and now I understand why I gave you the example. They put the psychic tag on there for a reason. Some of you are afraid of something with new love here. Something with new love, either getting in your own way and being your own worst enemy, or hey, will I ever find new love? Some of you that are in current relationships, maybe you're fearing that, am I going to feel differently later? Am I going to, is this really my soulmate that I'm with? Asking these questions internally. So there is a love kind of fear here. And since it's presented the way it is, I don't think it's a hope. It feels more like a fear to me. And, it's a good time to remind you that not all fears are real. A lot of you, when we worry about future stuff, it doesn't matter what it is. You may be worrying about things that are just irrelevant right now. Why would you torment yourself and torture yourself with this stuff when, maybe this is not a deal at all. Maybe, you're worried about something that's going to happen next year. Well, next year is not here right now. Maybe by the time that comes, it'll never happen at all. Maybe, you end up worrying about something that was just not a deal at all. You're worried about, for example, let's say, somebody cheating on you or going astray, or, finding, if somebody deceiving you here. Well, that might not ever happen. And what's going to happen if you dwell on it, or if you keep putting that thought out there into the universe? Well, deceitful stuff is going to find you. It's going to hone in on that frequency because that's what you're exporting. That's what you're putting out there with your transmitter. So all things to, avoid, guys. You want to stay on the up and up with this. You want to turn this into a hope and not a fear, okay? Get on the right side of the energy. Then we wrap up with spot number 10, guys. This is how the month ends. Or the final outcome. We have the Magician. So there's something here that just doesn't work out in a magical way. It doesn't work out the way you wanted it to. Something may feel a little bit broken. So this is the end of the month. It's probably not going to make sense to you right now. So this may be something you want to remember. Put it in the back of your head. Write a little note for yourself, something like that. Make a mental note that if something feels a little broken at the end of the month, come back and check out the end of this reading, number 10 again, and get reminded of what's going on here. They show that there is good luck with this. I have the card of serendipity, so things are going to work out just fine. Okay, so I don't want anybody worried about anything, but at the same time, something's going to happen here that doesn't work out the way you expected it to. It's like, maybe you have a trip planned, but then the flight gets canceled. What are you going to do? Well, they have good luck coming in here, so maybe something else opens up that is great also. Maybe you end up taking a train. Maybe you end up going at another time, saving more money, getting perks and rewards because of this delay. Whatever this is, the final outcome that, just is not fixable. That's the other thing to it too. It's more than likely it's just going to be broke. It's going to be broken. It's not something that you can kind of fix and get away with. It's just, and it's going to be okay that you don't, because you don't need to. Now, of course, that does sound vague, and it is. And maybe that's why Spirit wanted to do it that way. It's probably by intentionally done that way, because they don't want you to dwell on it right now, because it's going to be okay. So, again, we don't want to attract any worse than, what's already going to come. And what's going to come, they show you're going to deal with just fine. You have the universe on your side, and that's really all you need. And a little bit of good karma never helps. A little bit of positivity and inner love never hurts either. So there's your entire Celtic cross, guys. Let's get into your runestone time. Then we got some yes or no to do. Pull them all over here so I can shuffle better. They're already shuffled, but I give them an extra swirl. And here we go, runestone time. It's going to be this one right here. And it makes sense because we've just been talking about this. Sagittarius, this is the runestone of disruption. Things getting shaken up here in December. You know what? Not all disruption is bad. Disruption happens so you can do things differently. It's kind of shaking the pot a little bit here so that change can be implemented better. We have disruption over here. Where was it? The environment is a chaotic one for a lot of my Sagittarius. There's definitely disruption there. We move into the future, though, this disruption starts to clear. So just remember that. And that's your motivation to get through the current struggles of the month, okay? Because that's kind of the advice as well as the direction. What else do we have for disruption here? Well, the work thing, going after the work thing would be a good disruption. That would be a good change in the wind. Disruption's all about the prerequisite to change, guys. Disruption with that thing that ends at the end of the month, that broken vibe, as well as, hey, we go back to, let's not worry about the advice section here with the Empress. Don't worry about things that aren't here yet, okay? Don't let that disrupt you. That is a disruption that would be a negative one. So, we really need to focus on the good stuff. That's what they want a lot of Sagittarius to do here. It's a lot of mental framing is what it is, to be quite honest. A lot of inner work. So that is the entire thing. Let's get into your yes or no. How many cards did I use? No, we're good to go. I'm going to read it as is. We used less than 10 for my base cards here. So we're going to get into your yes or no right now without cutting out. Hope you guys have thought of that. So here we go with your yes or no. The yes side on my left and my no side on my right. Okay, guys, keep in mind this is contextual, so keep an open mind as far as the way that they would answer your question. And if your question does not get answered here, do not fret, do not worry, because I have a personal product that will answer your question. It is called the same namesake. It is the yes or no product, and that is all about you. There is no bubble shared energy in that, so your question would get answered. That you can find that on the website, scottsagent.com, along with a lot of other great products and services, and all of them are personalized just to you. There is no bubble energy there. We're ready to go, guys. I do believe a couple of angel cards now, then we'll be ready. Chatty, yes side. Oh, goodness. I'm going to finish there, actually. We're going to start on the no. Keep in mind, this is the no side. If some of you have asked about long-distance travel, long-distance move, really more than travel, they would be saying no. Okay, so if you asked about moving, hey, should I move? Let's say you live in Chicago. Hey, should I move to New York? No. Now, does this mean no, not ever? No, it means no, not right now, unless you ask the question differently. It depends on your question. But we do bring in that. I do need an extra card for my next one. Just notice that. Speaking as I, doing this as I go. But that's the long distance pushed here. It is also a new chapter in a lot of people's lives here that is coming in as a possibility for no, not right now. This is going to open up later. Maybe not. The timing is not ideal right now. The other thing we have coming up on the no side is woman energy, female energy. So anybody asked a question about another female, they could be saying no here. And this is usually about lessons, learning your lessons, moving past it, not repeating old lessons, moving forward in a good direction. So the answer is no there. The other thing we have here is children. If anybody asked about a question specifically about children, they could be very well be telling you no here. This is also a card about nostalgia, going back to your past. Could also be a no. Okay. On the yes side, we have soulmates hanging over the hanged man card. So we have, all bound up, not really moving a lot here. If you asked a question about, hey, is it okay if we don't move? Hey, is it okay if we stay at this job? Hey, is it okay if we, stay in this house a little bit longer, renew the lease? Here they would be saying yes. And this is very much my family here because I have soulmates. They do show an inaction with work. So if you ask a question about changing work in the context of what I just said, they would be saying yes. But, the timing is big there too. They do have inaction with work. So maybe not right now, but soon, maybe later, something like that. The devil card comes in on invert too. So this really opens up freedom. This really breaks free from shackles if you stick it out longer. Okay, so maybe it's even staying in a relationship longer. Give it more time. Give people the chance to fix something like that. If any of you asked about a major breakup, they could be saying yes also here. You can see the mix here of energies. We have knowledge being presented to you, so you have everything you know. Or if you do have everything you know, you're good to go here. They show that this is going to help balance your life. They also show that you're starting to understand the why. Because before, a lot of you did not do that. You did not understand the why. And you're starting to here with the yes side. Starting to understand the moving parts. And we got fast change coming in on the yes side. The last thing we have here is good perception, guys. A lot of you, if you've lost something, or we also have return of an old friend coming in on the yes side too, looking at good things the right way. They're saying yes. Okay, if you're like, hey, should I look at the glass half full, half empty? Or if it's a question in reference to that, they would be saying yes. If they're asking a question about a return of a friend, they would be saying yes. Return from the past, though, was a no. So differentiate between the two of those. Past feels more like lover to me. Friend feels more like, return of somebody that, meant something to you but wasn't like toxic, wasn't like negative, or doesn't affect you negatively. So that is the entire yes or no spread, guys. I know it's been a long spread. Like I said, if your question did not get answered here, it is not spirit being mean to you. It is just that we have a lot of great Sagittarius tuning in, and they do the best they can. I have a personal product for that. In case we didn't get you here today, we can get you there. But that has been the entire thing, guys, and been a good spread for Sagittarius. A lot of information to help you guys move through your December in strength and in courage and in pride and in faith. And that's going to wrap us up here. Please remember to like and subscribe so you see the future videos. That is it for me. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I'll see you guys at the mid-month.